Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Corn Star. If you're even slightly interested in farming or just want to watch a 22-year-old farmer get some stuff done, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like the video. Ryan's here. He's using his air compressor right there, which is that big thing he's pulling. He's gonna blow off the corn head, he's gonna blow off the combine, and then he's gonna inspect it. If you've never blown off a combine before with an air compressor, you know it's not fun at all. Remember all those snoots that Ryan just set up a minute ago? When we set the head down, they all fell. It's a lot of dust. Let's try this again. Ryan, our combine mechanic, just showed up. He's in there inspecting the combine right now. Let's go in there, see what's all wrong with the combine, see what he needs to fix. It's kind of fun to watch him because he knows all the little ins and outs of the machine. Morning, Ryan.
Hi, Cole. Morning.
Find a bunch of stuff?
Not a bunch yet, just a little bit.
In other words, do we need to buy a new combine or not?
No. I will be unemployed if you do that.
Looking at these auger bed blocks. Got this one here's cracked. Come over to this side, and this one here is worn out. They're slopping that auger there.
You want this up so it's out of your head?
Sure. Now that we're done looking in there. And underneath here, I'm looking to make sure that all these bolts are in place, Cole.
We'll have to pull these apart and see where the wear is at, whether it's in the coupler or whether it's in the shaft itself.
Just need a little more grease. Here, Cole, we're gonna check out, these are the wear bars. We call these the elephant ears. You can kind of see how these are starting to wear down a little bit. So we're actually gonna check the wear and see how sharp these are getting. And then I also look at the bearing, the kidney, which is the bearing holder. Look at these veins, which as long as you didn't run anything through it, they should be in good shape because we just put this cone in. I think it was 2 years ago. I can look back through there. Your cage seems to be bowed a little bit. So I'm gonna see what's going on with that back in there.
That's what destroyed the GoPro.
There's two veins that are bent in here. Right there, that first vein and the second vein in are bent pretty good.
What causes that?
I'm not sure if you got a rock in it or what, because there's nothing bent in the feeder house. Maybe the GoPro magnet. And then we gotta adjust the pinch point on your concaves. They're too close to the rasp bars on this side. It determines where the corn's gonna fall down on your auger bed and then how it loads the sieves. These tend to load the sieves hard on the right hand side, and we wanna move it as much to the center as we possibly can. And right now you got it, it must be overloading the right hand side. When this is up, there's quite a gap between the concaves and the cage. So we're gonna adjust that. We'll slide it this way. I'm not sure how it got out of adjustment or what. Inside, which there must have been a rock or something go through it because there's a hole in the top where a chopper knife come loose. The hole over there.
Oh yeah, there's a hole right there.
And then right behind your head, there's one, and it's gonna be rubbing on the fuel tank. So I'm not sure. We might have to slide the fuel tank back a little bit. And your unloading augers, both the horizontal augers are sharp and the tubes are worn thin. So that's why they got all the creases in them.
You can see a little crease right there and right there as well. There's another side-by-side comparison of how much bigger this tractor is versus the other one. Wow.
The wheel.
What about it?
It's cracked. It looks like Charlotte's Web.
Right in here, cracked. You can see the rust. That was a giveaway. Got a belt tensioner underneath and I'm replacing that stupid rat broke. I'm trying to get in there to see.
On our Bobcat T-190 here, our belt came off the tensioner there because a rat must have got in there, and then when we started it up, that rat derailed that. So we gotta figure out how to wiggle our little hands in there and get that back into place. And then we're having an issue with our lights, so we're gonna see what we can tear into.
Did we put a new rim on this one year, or was it the other side? Okay.
We've had these things pop off in the field before when the tracks were tight, and then when we let everything out, we still have a heck of a time getting it off. It's about how it goes. Like we got some metal on metal rubbing here, and that's not good. We're gonna clean out all this mud and stuff, and then we're gonna check the fluids on these hubs, and we're gonna change the oil while we're at it. For some reason, they have a silly design where you have to take the tracks off in order to get into there. It looks like with the hub here, we got to take these bolts off, pull this off. There is 1.5 ounces of oil in there apparently. We found out the hard way what happens if you don't change that oil in there after a couple thousand hours. One of these is $6,000. We had to replace both of them. Ouch. And then there's this guard right here, which goes over these hoses. And apparently these are really expensive, and it's pretty much wore all the way through. So what we're gonna try to do is take a piece of metal over this, and we're gonna weld it on, then basically we're just gonna reinforce it, and then it'll be a new used piece. Cooper just jacked up the skid loader, and we're gonna try to take this track off here. So what we were doing earlier with the pry bars wedging in here, there's a cylinder in here. And basically you pump a bunch of grease into it, and it tightens up the track. So we take the grease zerk off, and then we take a pry bar, and we basically reverse engineer that, and we're pumping all the grease out. That way we can loosen the track, and then once the track's all the way loose, then we can pop it off. Dad right now is putting a new part on the tensioner for the belt that the rat destroyed. Don't you just love rats, Dad? After about 30 minutes, finally got it off. That's not too bad. 30 minutes that side, 30 minutes this side. We took them off complete opposite ways.
Y'all might clean out, check the rollers and stuff too. You don't look quite as bad as that other side.
Ryan inspected the combine. He found quite a few things actually. I know a lot of you guys think we need a new combine, but this combine has a lot of life left in it. Basically everything that Ryan found is just normal wear stuff. After 5 years of running it through a lot of corn, stuff just wears down and it needs replaced. A lot of life left in her. As for the skid loader here, we got the tracks off, I got the final drives off. I need to drain the final drive hubs yet. We'll get those all cleaned up and then we'll put fresh oil in those. We're gonna check out everything on all the rollers here, make sure all the bearings and stuff are okay. Dad put the new belt tensioner on. We got this side done. Here's the pulley that the rat ruined. When it got caught in there, it somehow pulled that off and it broke that piece. I never would have guessed that a rat would have got caught in there. Once we get all the fluids replaced, we'll slap the tracks back on there, then the skid loader should be ready to go. Place we bought our new planter from, they said they were gonna go through the planter and get it 100% field ready, so we're waiting for them to get that done. So that's why the new Magnum 340 is sitting all alone right now. It's just waiting to be hooked up to something. But then once that planter gets down here, then we'll get all the ag leader monitors and stuff hooked up. Pete's probably gonna have to come out to help me get everything figured out and show me what I need to do. The 7140 is just kind of patiently waiting. And in a couple days here, we're supposed to have a week-long spell of mid 40-degree weather. So that's gonna be really nice because I still need to power wash the combine at least one more time. I got a couple semis that I need to get done. I got the corn head, I got the bean head. And then once all those things are power washed, we'll put them away in sheds and get them out of the weather. And then it'll just be corn hauling season for the next couple months. We'll have miscellaneous miscellaneous shop projects here and there. We have a couple semis we need to work on. And then once all the parts and stuff come in for the combine, Ryan will put everything back together. We will help him do that, and then we'll be able to put all the shields back on the combine. Then I just got a little miscellaneous pile back there that's been sitting there for a couple of years, and I haven't quite figured out what we're gonna do with it, but we're gonna take care of it. And then the shop should basically be clean. A clean shop is a happy shop. Okay, I need to go fill a semi. It's gonna be dark out there. Hey, Parker.
Hey, Cole. I'm gonna get my bloody nose deal out of my nose. How are you?
And on that note, guys, the video is officially over. If you liked the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, write them down in the comments. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Guys, if you want to keep up with what we're doing here on the farm and you want to be notified when I post new videos, hit the subscribe button. It's 100% free. Then hit the little bell notification right beside it. Then you will get a notification on your phone when I upload a new video. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.